first want to point out the people from this wonderful school, the Buffalo Academy of Visual and Performing Arts. Our principal, Jody Covington, is here. It's Mama Sheila Jones. Chris George, who's the head of events here, has been very helpful as the director of the show tonight. His name is Andy Kotler. Schools like Emerson Vocational, those are the people, the young students who provided you with your delicious hors d'oeuvres tonight, and our partner from the beginning, and we're working very closely, is the mayor of the city of Buffalo, Byron W. Brown. And we have here, Mayor Brown was not able to come, but from his office, Francisco Guzman, Delaware District Councilman Michael Licurdo. And with us tonight is Charles Brandy. We have a partner of the mayor here. Is our organization. We are the Friends of the Buffalo Story. And we have a small but powerful board consisting of Margaret Kaiser, who's here, Ethan Dow is here, Maria Scrivani is here, Stealth Ninja, Mary Beth Murray, Rawa, she's still on our board, where is she? So the Ferry Street Corridor project is about making and improving the connections between and among the many and diverse people who live all along Ferry Street. Our primary tool is rooted in stories. Our organization is founded on the belief that stories, people's stories, and the community's stories are the strongest and most lasting building blocks of community. We believe that if we can engage the people who live along the Ferry Street corridor in a process whereby they share their stories with each other and with others who live along it, we will create a better understanding of ourselves and of our neighbors. These are stories about our families, stories about our neighborhoods, and about our city. These stories help us to feel connected to our past, to connect ourselves to our roots. The more we know these stories, be they our personal, family, or community stories, the better connected we are to the place that we call home. That, we believe, is the best and most effective way to build our future. Now, before we I want to introduce somebody very important to our project. She is our project director. She is managing all the work that we're doing along this corridor in the two schools that we're working with. And that is Marissa Lehner, and she's going to talk to you about the work that she is leading.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marissa Lehner. I am a local native of Buffalo. I have been back in Buffalo for about 5 years. I went away to school, but since I've been back, I've been a part of a group called the Emerging Leaders of the Arts of Buffalo. I am the Community Arts Chair, and that's kind of how I've gotten involved in the community of Buffalo through the arts. And I am also a sculptor, so I'm an artist by trade. And since approximately September 1st, I have been the project director of the Ferry Street Corridor project. It's been a long process of brainstorming and coming up with the best possible program that we feel will highlight the students of our neighborhoods and their vision for their present and their future. So I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself and to help you see how art can be one of the vehicles that we share all of these stories that we are gathering and that we are collecting historically and in the present with our students. I first started with a mural in the Grant Amherst neighborhood, and that was my first opportunity to really explore the concept of public art. And I know that most of you think of a mural, right, when you hear public art. Well, that's what I did. But I really did want to find a way to involve the community as much as I possibly could, because I understood that those people are going to be people who see this mural every day, in and out. So I held a meeting with the community to get input on the design. I also met very frequently with the Grant Amherst Business Association and got a lot of support from them. I also held a 24-hour muralathon where I had community members who could come and paint the mural into the wee hours of the night. And it was literally into the night. I think I slept an hour in that 24 hours. But it was an amazing opportunity to see the people come out and support public art and really have a hand in it, because they have to own it. And that is my big thing. They have to own it and they have to feel a part of it. We also had an initiative where we had leaves that they could design personally and attach to the tree that we painted on the mural. So that was one way that we can get people involved. Now, since then, I've been involved in a couple other projects, a little thing that you may have heard of called City of Night. I don't know if you've heard of it, but we have finished our 3rd year at the Silos, and it has been an amazing experience for me. I have been the curator of that, and I've met many amazing artists. And again, visualizing and recontextualizing spaces for art and helping people see how these spaces can be re-envisioned and how they can be, brought back to life. So after my experience with City of Night and with the Silos and spaces, this place that has so much history to Buffalo, I started to think there's got to be more. Okay, and again, City of Night is about an experience for people, and it's about an amazing time to just share this incredible site with people. But I still felt that there was something more that needed to be done, and I really feel that this project is reaching that goal, which is to reach out to the community members themselves and have them be a part of the process itself. So, it's about authenticity, where you guys are driving the project, the students are driving the project, and the history of these neighborhoods is driving the project. Artists themselves, we're here to facilitate and to guide you. But the artists that I've hired, I have 6 amazing artists and 2 amazing kind of site coordinators. We're calling them our neighborhood engagement officers. And all of them are so incredibly talented, and they are really here to kind of shepherd our students into the realm of art and creating art that reaches the community at large. So I guess, the whole idea of sharing stories through public art is that we can start to have a greater conversation about what has divided us for so long, and maybe start thinking about what can bring us together, as we move into the 21st century. I think that art, I've always believed in my own practice that art provides a healing for many people, and I think that it can do that through being together, like events like this, start conversations about why this neighborhood is so great, but also economically, and share this with the businesses and help them kind of bolster themselves. Lastly, I just want to say that I'm very happy to talk with anyone during intermission about the project and kind of where we see this going. But there's also the video projection in the gallery of what the students have already been doing. We've been at work in the schools for about 2 months now, albeit some snow, tried to slow us down, but we have some great momentum now, and we're really excited to see what the students will create come the spring with the teaching artists, and I bet you will see some of that in your neighborhood. So I hope you enjoy the show. I know Mark wanted to say a few more things, but I just want to thank you personally for coming.
Our work, what's the connection, the kind of intellectual connection between our work and the work that the students are doing in street printing design? This is a play that most of you know is rooted in stories. It's a great and a classic story. But perhaps, and Andy could tell you this, Mary Beth could tell you this, an even better story are the stories of the people, the young actors that you're going to see in this cast. Who they are. Who are these people? Forget about the characters they're playing. Who are they? Why are they here performing art? Where do they want to go with their art? And why do they see theater as a way of getting to those places? We know that this is a brilliant play. What you're about to find out is that this is a brilliant production, mounted by the incredibly talented, dedicated, and extremely passionate students at this school.